இதெல்லாம் ஒரே மட்டையில வந்த கொட்டை.
Today on top of someone who have been talking about cost of living and also wages in Singapore. Someone who always complaining about Singapore cost of living or standard of living or whatever. And he is supposed to be kind of IB or other agent for some kind of opposition or anti-government activists. And there's a lot of people like to complain about Singapore. I like to complain about Singapore government. How high the cost of living is and how expensive things are in Singapore. And even seeing the other countries, things are cheaper than Singapore and also to be bloody.
Higher pay for workers means costs must also go up.
So the matter is very easy. Our Prime Minister Lawrence Wong said that higher pay means cost of living has to go up. And why is it really make sense? No, because it's common sense for things have to go up because it's part of the labor cost. For example, if you go to McDonald's or any other restaurant, any fast food restaurant, Burger King, whatever, KFC, if the Singaporean staff working there want their pay to be increased, of course the cost of food have to increase too. If not, how the company going to survive and how the company going to make the same profit as before? So it's part and parcel of the supply chain. If our pay increase, things have to increase. And when things increase, our standard of living also improve. Standard of living, cost of living, and wages have to increase simultaneously and parallelly. And what this stupid man is complaining about just to gain his popularity or whatever.
Because the wages will go up, we have to be mentally prepared for cost to go up. Hey!
For the look, I think it's a Grab driver, and he should understand even this better. If he want to get high pay for his service rendered to customers or passenger, the passenger or the customers have to pay what he demand. At the same time, he got to improve his service as well. Make his car fresh and clean to give better service to the customers. At the same time, whatever his service is provided had to match with the amount of money he get. And that is so simple to understand. When Singaporeans are getting high pay, the cost of living have to increase. And when cost of living increase, that means standard of living improve. It's not like what we see in other countries like Philippines. And the pay is always the same throughout many years. And the minimum wage is about 10K. Our people are still getting about 8K peso. I'm talking about peso, less than 200 Singapore dollars. And to Singaporeans, a lot of things in Philippines are very cheap. But to Filipinos, a lot of things to them are very, very expensive. So even Singaporeans go to Johor Bahru, Malaysia, they see that things are cheap. So that means what? If Singaporeans could go to other countries like Malaysia, say whatever they buy or whatever food they eat in Malaysia considered cheap, that means that Singaporeans are very well off and can afford it. But the Malaysians themselves in Malaysia don't think in this way. The Malaysians think the things in Malaysia are very expensive. Yeah, if they go to Singapore, it's even more expensive. So if we compare the life of Singaporeans and Malaysians, Singaporeans are happier. So in one way that Singaporeans couldn't afford the standard of living in Singapore. It's not that how you buy durian. Do you want to buy Musang King? Or want to buy D24? Or buy even whatever compound durian even cheaper? So Singaporeans need to understand about this. If their pay got high, the cost of living in Singapore has to increase so that they could enjoy the standard of living they deserve. Standard of living means what? Means that you stay in the good house, like HDB. Means that you stay comfortably with air conditioning. Means that you got a car like this stupid man and even talking in air conditioning in his car. Means that every meal you have a chance to eat meat, eat beef, eat pork, eat chicken. All these are good standard of living in Singapore, aren't they? So what is the big man complaining about? I don't know whether you'll go to Geylang to find some prostitutes or some girls over there. If you really go, then better don't complain about it. I really hate all these kind of no-brainer complainants. Keep on complaining out everything in the air just to gain popularity among those opposition supporters and also to oppose the government. Bloody hell. Remember, subscribe, like, share, and follow my videos. Ciao.